All right, so this is homework number 3, chords and arcs. And we learned that if we have a congruent chord, then the arc associated with it is congruent. And in this case, we've got congruent arc measures. So these congruency marks show that these chords would also be congruent. So we can say that if RS is 59 and ST is 10x minus 31, then those can be equal to each other. So it's just simply then solving for x. We're going to add 31, add 31 to both sides. And 10x equals 90, and x equals 9. Okay. Number 3, we have an arc measure of 85 right here. We have an arc measure of 31. And we need to know the value of x. All right, so that means the entire circle is going to be made up of 2 13x's minus 21's. And then you've got 85 and 31, and that's going to all equal 360. Okay, so just simplifying that, I'm going to distribute 2, and I'll get 26x minus 42 plus 85 plus 31 equals 360. All of those numbers added together and subtract from the 360 leaves us with 26x equals 286. And then x equals 11. Divide both sides by 26. Okay. And the next one. Again, we have congruent chords. So we have congruent arcs. And we can say that in this case, UV and WV is what they give us. They want us to find the measure of WV. So we'll just have another step at the end. So we're going to first solve for x. We can say they're equal to each other. Subtract 5x from both sides. So 3x minus 17 equals 52. Add 17 to both sides. 3x equal to 69. Divide by 3. X equals 23. And so we're not quite done because it says find measure of WV. So we need to plug 23 into 5x plus 52. And that's going to give us a total, well, this one is 115 plus 52 equals 167. So UV is going to be 167. All right, moving right along. 7. So now we have equal distance from the center. So this marking tells us that this is going to bisect. So this equals this, and this equals this. All right, BC, arc BC is equal to 9x minus 53. And arc CD is equal to 2x plus 45. All right, so the chords are equal from the center, so that tells us they're also congruent to each other. So that's what we did here. We said that BC was congruent to CD because they are equal distance from the center. And the measure, what we need to find is BAD. So all the way around here. So that's going to be whatever we solve BC for and CD for, we'll subtract it from 360. All right, so let's solve for x. 2x on both sides. Add 53. And let's see, divide by 7, x equals 14. And now I need to plug this back in to get the actual measure of BC. So that's going to be 9 times 14 minus 53. And that's going to be a total of 73 degrees. This is the measure of BC. All right. These two are congruent, so I can say if this is 73, this is 73. So the whole thing is going to be 360 minus two different 73s. So 146, and that gives us a final degree of 214. All right, next up. It says JG equals JF, so these are congruent. GD is 13. It's a radius. No, it's not a radius. My bad. Measure of CD is 136. Arc CD is 136. That's what we know. So ED. All right, so this right angle tells us this is bisecting this segment. So if GD is 13, then ED has got to be twice that. CF. All right, we also know these are congruent chords. So if GD is 13, then CF is also 13. ED, measure of arc ED. That would be, these are congruent arcs, so that would be 136 as well. HD, this is bisected, so half of that would be half of 136. So what's half of 136? Sorry, 68. And then CE. CE is this piece over here. So that's going to be 360 minus 136 two different times. So minus 136 and then another 136. And that's going to end up being 88. Okay, and 11, PQ equals QR, JK is 3x plus 23, and LM is 9x minus 19. All right, so again, we have a situation where these chords are congruent. So I can say that 3x plus 23 equals 9x minus 19. We need to find PK, this little guy right here. All right, so we need to find the solve for x, and then we'll split that, plug it back in, and split that in half. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Now I've got 23 equals 6x minus 19. Add 19 to both sides. 6x equals 42. And then x equals 7. All right, plug that back into, it doesn't matter which one, so we'll put it into JK. 3 times 7 plus 23 equals 21 plus 23, which equals 44. And so half of that equals 22, which is going to be KP. Or PK. All right, last few. 2 more to go. 13. Find NK on this circle. We need to find this measure. All right, so we have a right triangle. Well, it's pretty straightforward. You've got a right triangle. So that's going to be Pythagorean theorem. 9 squared plus x squared equals 15 squared. So 81 plus x squared equals 225. X squared, subtract your 81, 144, x equals 12. Okay. And now it says find JK. So this work is for here. X equals 12. And NK equals 12. So JK would just be twice that. 2 times 12 equals 24. Because now we're looking at the whole thing. And we know this is bisecting because of this right angle. All right, not too bad. Hope that helps. And we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.